Under the Trump administration, we had the most secure border in U.S. history by far. We built 561 miles of border wall and got Mexico to give us 28,000 soldiers free of charge. That was much more than, as I said, we'll get Mexico to pay for a big portion of it. This is much more. We have 28,000. I had 28,000 soldiers free of charge. I said to them, you're going to have to give us 28,000 soldiers. We need that. They said, no, 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 we will not do that. I said, of course you will. They said, we will not do that. Why would we do a thing like that? And I said, you're going to have to do it. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to do it. And they said no. And then I said, here's what's going to happen. On Monday morning at 7 o'clock, we're going to impose a 25% tariff or tax on all of your goods, including the cars that you stole away from us in terms of manufacturing of cars. You know, they have 32% of our car production was taken away years ago by Mexico. 32%. But every car is going to have a 25% tax on it, and we're going to take in so much money. And then they turned around and they said, we would like to make a phone call to Mexico, please, sir. They came in the room 5 minutes later, and they said it would be our great honor to supply you with 28,000 soldiers. And we had 28,000 soldiers, and we had very few people. We had the best record. This is as we're building the wall. Then I was going to add another 200 miles to the wall that we had just completed, because all of a sudden you needed more, because it's like, you know, that's the way it works, right? They come and have to walk a little bit further out. We're going to add another 200, and then what happened is we had a rigged election, and Biden came in and he said, we don't want any walls. We want to have open borders. And nobody could believe it. And when I heard that during the campaign, I figured maybe it's just words, but who could be so stupid? Who could be so horrible to our country? What they're doing to our country, they actually meant it. Because they took all of the wall that I had ready to just be installed, could have been done in 3 weeks, and they took that wall and they sold it for 5 cents on the dollar. And it was all the exact stuff that Border Patrol wanted. We had wires in it for technology. We had concrete, rebar, and very hardened steel. That's exactly what, and they had to have openings to see. I was going to put up concrete plank, and it would have looked fine. But no, but think of it, it's so sad. And they actually sold a lot of it for 5 cents on the dollar. Now they'll end up building it at some point, because, two things that work. Remember the old days with the campaigns? I said, there's only 2 things that work, because your phone that you have and your computer that you have, in about 2 weeks it's obsolete. You have to buy a new one. The 2 things that work are wheels and walls, right? Wheels will always be there, and walls will always be there. They're the only 2 things that will never get obsolete. Now we have a border catastrophe like in nobody's ever seen really anything like it. If you look today over the last 3 years. But you look now, it's so bad. It's like nothing in the history of the world. Yesterday we had a single highest day record of illegal border crossings ever recorded, 12,600, one day. We have no idea who any of them are. They come from Africa. They come from Asia. They come from South America, but not just South America. They're all over the world. They dump them on the border and they pour into our country, and nobody's there to check them. And the Border Patrol is incredible, by the way. They want to do it, but they're told not to do their job.